Hey YouTube, what's up? And JT Sasuke, I'm here to bring you my review for Doctor Who. Jumping right into this. So basically, the entire world is covered in a forest, and there's a little girl named Maeve. Now, Maeve has been on medication because she hears voices and she has sporadic thoughts. She's had these symptoms ever since her sister just randomly disappeared some months ago. She's wandering through the forest because she's lost, and she finds the doctor. The doctor takes her in, and we find out that Danny and Clara are taking a class on a field trip to a museum in London. They leave the museum and figure out that it's covered in forest. After the doctor gets in contact with Clara, they realize that Maeve is missing. She's part of the class. They go to the TARDIS. Maeve ends up running away from the TARDIS, and the doctor and Clara want to go find her. Now, with that being said, um, they track her via cell phone because the doctor is able to pinpoint her location because Clara has Maeve's number in her cell phone. They find her cell phone, and the doctor concludes that she's running away but leaving a trail for people to find. Now, what ends up happening is they hear howls and growls, and they deduct that they're wolves. And funny because Clara is like, those can't be wolves, can they? And the doctor is like, you talking about the London that has a zoo with a pack of wolves in it? I believe those are wolves. We go to Maeve, she's running and swatting stuff away from her, and she stops, hears howls and growls, she looks to her side, sees sees eyes in the shrubs, she runs away, they follow, she screams, they hear the scream, they follow it to a gate where they try to jump over it, but Maeve ends up going through the door because she's a smart person. After that, basically what ends up happening is that the two is that Clara and the doctor. Well, the doctor is trying to ask her what she knows. Clara's trying to get them away. The wolves, after they try to scare the wolves away, the wolves jump over and run away as they whimper. And the doctor's like, those wolves are terrifying. Clara's like, yeah, but what could terrify what's so terrifying that wolves run away from it? They see a tiger. As the tiger is roaring at them, Danny Pink ends up coming up with a flashlight that blinds the tiger, and the tiger walks away. They then go to the other side of the gate. One of Danny's students decided that they were really scared and worried about Clara. So he decided to humor them and take them on an adventure to find Clara and make sure she was okay. Now, basically, what ended up happening after that is this. Maeve ran away, and they went to follow her, and she was talking about thoughts. A couple of students were concerned about Maeve saying giving her medication already. Um, but she was talking about thoughts. The doctor hooked onto those thoughts, and the thoughts were talking through Maeve, saying that they were the trees, they were there before, they will be there when the human race is finished, and that they didn't call for the fire. We find out that Maeve had actually drew in a booklet for class the sun shooting fire down and destroying the earth. And it wasn't dated for the day that she drew it because that's what Clara does. She makes them date it on the day they drew it. But it wasn't dated for that. It was dated for the day that they were that was on the episode. So what ends up happening is that the doctor realizes he cannot save the human race. Clara tells everybody to go back to the TARDIS, and because she says save who you can, but she's not trying to save anybody but the doctor. She doesn't want to go with the doctor by herself because she doesn't want to be the last of her kind. So the doctor leaves, and he realizes that it's happened before, comes back and explains to them that there was a couple other solar flares that hit the Earth before that should have knocked the Earth off of the axis or destroyed it, but it didn't, and that's because the trees were there. They made excess oxygen, put it into the air, it surrounded the Earth, and the excess oxygen made the solar flare burn off, and it should do the same this time around. After having an argument with Danny, because Danny knew that she's been with the doctor, he was just like, look, I don't care if you're with the doctor, just tell me the truth from now on. Excuse me. So after that, Clara ended up going up into space with the doctor just to see the solar flare hit. And then after the solar flare hit, all the trees disappeared. Maeve was able to find her mom because her mom was looking for her, and all the students went back home to their parents. At the end of the episode, we do have Maeve and her mom walking down the street back to their house. Bush disappears, and the sister is there. Now, it was a great episode. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. That's all I can really say about it because I don't want my connection to mess up. I'll be covering the finale. Comment, rate, subscribe, and see you guys next time.